Ooh, Thomas Minis, arguably one of the nicest blind bag toys in the world. One of the more exciting Thomas & Friends toys to come along of late. But these bags weren't really blind. If you were clever, you could actually peek through the white area here and see who you had. Also, there were numbers on the bags. And as we learned, as the series progressed into different waves, the numbers were then moved to the back of the bags. Well, guess what, boys and girls? It's time to start all over again, because in 2016, there is a new wave of minis. I don't know if I really want to go here or not. I've blown a lot of money trying to chase this collection, but I think it's going to be nice to try and work out what each bag contains. It might be quite prudent to have a brief recap of how Thomas Minis has been evolving, and maybe in this video you can tell me the relationship between the Thomas Minis and this knockoff Duplo cow. Well, I know it's a cow because it's got those underneath, so hopefully there's no arguments. I live in Australia and Thomas Minis was in boxes like these in the shops. What I found was it took a couple of boxes to get a full set. There were quite a few duplicates of numbers, but there was a very robotic way in the boxes were packed, and I've gone into details in previous videos about that. Wave 1 was Thomas Minis 1 to 18, and we'll place it there. At about the same time as Wave 1 in Australia, the collector's play wheel appeared in the shops at all sorts of varied prices. Anywhere between, let's say, $14 up to nearly $30. But the glittering prize in the play wheel was the stunning gold Thomas Mini. But no one really knew that this gold mini would appear in the normal blind bag in a later series. And little did anyone really know that this was going to be a very big collection of toys to collect. As history now shows, Wave 1 sold extremely fast. There was a lot of excitement with it. So along came Wave 2, that was Thomas Minis 19 to 37. Let's put them next to Wave 1. Wave 3 was here to trick us. There seemed to be no number on the bag unless you spun the bag over. For some reason, the coding was put onto the back here. I think a few people got stung by that. But most people started to realise, hopefully, that there was some sort of numerical system going on with the way these toys are collected. Wave 3 was 38 to 60. Let's put it up with the other waves. Wave 4 was a little bit different to previous waves. It had a couple of very nice minis in there. One of them, of course, was the gold Thomas Mini. It was bag 61. There was a Winter Scarloey in here somewhere as well. It was bag 76 from memory. I hope I'm right there. Wave 4 was 61 to 83. It also had some DC Friends in there as well, which I wasn't that pleased about because basically it's baby branding. But hey, I can't stop that, can I? Let's put Wave 4 next to Wave 3. So we're starting to get a feel. This is quite some collection of toys to collect. Awesome little toys. I think many people were very happy with them. I helped many a parent in store with my cheat sheets that I carried in my wallet, which told me what toy was inside what bag. Those people loved me for a moment, but I think in the back of their minds they thought I was a complete madman for the fact that I knew what was going on. There you go. As proof I live in Australia, those guys are always interrupting my videos. I've got to let them have their say. Once I've had a little laugh, well then they're quiet for a while. Now, how many people out there struggle to collect all that there? Please tell me. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Do you want to keep collecting? Well, it didn't stop there, did it? It just kept coming. Well, of course, it's that merry time of the year. The next thing I saw in Australia for sale was the Thomas Minis Advent Calendar. Don't get me wrong, this is one of the best Advent calendars I saw getting about. It was way better than Hot Wheels one. I think it was better than what Lego were dishing out. I know these things sold super fast. If you didn't pick those up early in the season, they were gone out of the shops. It had 24 engines and it had 6 exclusive Christmas minis. It was really nice. Next thing I saw in the shops came at a fairly high price. I didn't think I'd ever see this in Australia, but it was the 50 pack of Thomas Minis, an incredibly impressive array of toys. This 50 pack came with 5 exclusive Warrior Minis. Now, personally, I would love to have seen the metallic minis that we saw in Series 1 incorporated into this 50 pack box. Yeah, it's a great selection of minis there. Like I said, it's sort of missing the metallics. It's missing the icy Scarloey. The way I look at this here is, don't take the toys out of the packaging. It's the best way to display your minis. It just looks beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful toys. I've actually come across. The other way to look at this is if you are frustrated by trying to chase down blind bags, and if you don't understand the codes or the secrets of knowing what's inside the bag, when you saw this in the shops, you'd be saying, oh cool, I can now get this toy without the fear of getting duplicates of things. But sadly, these things here sold really fast. So is anyone adding up the cost of all this? I certainly wasn't, because I was just collecting, wasn't I? This really takes us up to about January of 2016 in stores in Australia, but the minis just kept on coming. The next item I saw in the stores was the Thomas Minis launchers. It had nice little customised versions of the trains. There was Diesel 10. There was Percy, because that's everyone's favourite. Look at him steaming along there going super fast. And of course there was everyone's hero, Thomas the Tank, and he looks super cool in that set there. So the Thomas Minis launchers, did we really need it? There was also a playset getting about as well, about at the same time. I didn't buy the playset. A few YouTubers had reported that it was a bit of a fail playset. But nevertheless, I had thought I bought some launchers, and maybe one day I'll crack them up and have some fun. The next sets that I saw appear in the stores are these ones here, some more DC Friends for baby branding. Do we really need these in our lives? Maybe some people get excited by this. Personally, it's not really my cup of tea for the Thomas Minis, but hey, it's more things to collect. Well, the madness hasn't stopped. These are my more recent finds, in the sense of just before making this video, I found these at Toys R Us in Sydney. The little 3-packs, I've got a sneaky suspicion that this is leaching into the basically second series of minis, I think. I don't know yet, because I haven't really cracked into those other bags yet, the new bags. Yeah, maybe you can have your 5 cents about this. It just seems like this is never ever going to end, does it? Hey, there's yet another thing that I have found before we get into the blind bags. Well, it looks sort of amazing, doesn't it? There's so many Thomas toys on the table there, and this is my most recent find. It was at Hobbyco in the city. It was only a chance find. It was the last one on the peg. That's what I've got there, and it's a quite bizarre mixture of Thomas toys there. It's funny, Diesel 10 sort of coming back. He was a double occurrence in Series 1, but the Thomas up there looks very strange indeed. Yeah, so that's a 7-pack of Thomas Minis. I think that's the way most people saw these toys overseas. I much prefer to get the Thomas Minis like that rather than the blind bags, because at least you know exactly what you're getting. It sort of has been fun and a little bit frustrating chasing all this stuff up. I've certainly spent a lot of time chasing it up. I don't get any assistance from Mattel, Fisher-Price, but hey, maybe that's nice, because then I can say what I want to say about the toys. I've spoken very positively about these toys. I think they are one of the best blind bag toys around, although what I've noticed is that packaging like this sells really hot, because you know why? Because they're not blind. I think parents, consumers are a little bit over this whole blind bag toy thing that's really hot at the moment. Unless you understand the codes, and hopefully I try to help you there, don't go to blind bags unless you know what you're doing. But of course, it's all about the nag factor. Children see these in stores and they start screaming for the toys. The parents give in. Well, the next thing, well, Mattel, Fisher-Price win. But hey, there's no law against making a profit. Do you want to guess how much all that on the table there has cost me to collect to this point? What do you think is the number there? Maybe you could put that in as a comment. Okay, maybe. Hey, let's do a giveaway. Maybe whoever gets closest to the rough number, it's not an exact number, just the rough number, I'll give you a little prize. And don't forget, I purchased this, and toys in Australia are fairly expensive. They're not cheap like I see people show overseas. You can see some of the prices on this. I mean, it might be a little add-up job for you to work out what's what. You sort of know the numbers, you sort of know the price. Why don't you have a go? I think it's very important for you to see how it's progressed up to this point. Some of you will start to realise, well, there's something going on here, isn't there? And of course, we come along to 2016, and we've sort of, in a sense, got to start all over again and understand what's inside these blind bags. And I'll be quite honest here, part of me wasn't going to go there. I am a little bit burnt out by collecting all this, and maybe there are some people out there saying, well, wow, why do these toys just keep coming? What's going on here? Well, maybe I can demonstrate it best by putting 2 props on the table right here without saying any words, or else I'll get in trouble. That's what this toy is. And maybe that explains why Mattel Fisher-Price basically don't talk to me. Anyway, let me clear away all of yesterday's toys, because we want to talk about today's toys and try and get my head around what's going on inside this box. Okay, Thomas Minis 2016 Wave 1. Many people say to me, you can tell Wave 1 because it's got this mark on it. Well, we're going to throw the spanner in the works very soon. I'll show you something else here. The box artwork is different. I can see a bit of rolling stock going on, which is nice. We need rolling stock. Bit of rolling stock there. That's what was needed with this toy. The numbering is very, very reminiscent of what was going on in the previous series. Okay, 2 lots of bag 1, bag 2, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, blah blah, multiple bag 4s, and it just goes on to the other side here. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, double 19, weird isn't it? 10, it goes back to 10, 11, double 11s, 12, 13, 14, so I can only assume that I won't be able to pull a full series out of just grabbing one box. I believe there's 12 per row if you get a full box. I hope I'm right there. I did find another box here, but I found a numbering of the bags there to be quite different to that one there, so maybe they're playing monkey with us with the machine. So it looks like we've got new bag artwork here. We've got like a graffiti Gordon, I suppose that's one way of identifying it. And there's that Flynn there, that's going to be quite nice. But don't take it for granted it's going to be into the new 2016 here, because I actually found some in the box which is that, but the bags are not marked. And this is like the Thomas mystery of all. Okay, we've got the bag artwork from Wave 4 of the previous series. It's going to start to confuse you, isn't it? But we've got the low numbers as if it's like Wave 1. Okay, so I mean, this is just going to really send confusion and delay through trying to show these toys. So there is 2016 series Wave 1, but here is also 2016 series, no thing on the bag there. The box is the new box because it's the same as that one there. And even to just show you, if I bring in the box of last year's toy in a sense, there's Wave 4 there. You can see, well, there's Wave 4 there. There's the bag artwork of that one there. It's the same as this one here. It is really, really confusing. And when I found this box, I've actually found 2 of them. When I found this box and I started looking at the numbers and I started peeking through what was inside, I could see, well, that's weird. It's not like they've reissued Wave 1 from Series 1. It's just like a complete Thomas and Friends confusion time. Anyway, I will try and investigate this plus this and try and work out what in the hell is going on here. Maybe this will explain the confusion and the delay even better. Well, way back when we had our first series in Wave 1, well, that was the bag and it had the number on the front there, and that was Thomas the Tank in there. This is the one people said, hey Leo, this is the new series 2016. Well, this is number 1. There, so there's one there. And then there's this other bag that I found, which really threw my mind. It's the artwork from Wave 4 from the previous series. And it's also bag 1. Now, we're going to open up this one first. I'm curious about this one as well. We don't need to open up that one because I know it's Thomas the Tank. Okay, so this is the not marked 2016. It's got, I don't know, it's just really weird. It's got one on the back there. I'm going to open it up and we're going to finally find out what's inside here. And when I saw this in the shop, you don't know how confused. I think I was standing there for like an hour looking at my little cheat sheets, trying to pick through the bag, trying to work out what is going on here. Is this done on purpose to create confusion and delay? Oh, well, that's easy to say. It's just Thomas the Tank, just like in Series 1, but maybe this will reveal to us what's that's marked here, 2016 1-2. Oh my goodness me. Okay, let me open this up and let's try and work out what is going on here. That's what the collector sheet says there, 16 1-2, whatever that means. Maybe it's meaning overlap. Well, of course, we've got Thomas there. And I'll tell you what, this is just the classic characters. We've already got a lot of these guys from my memory. In fact, I'm sure of it. I'm sure you'll be able to tell me. I mean, there's a lot of overlap going on here with ones that you would have already collected. So we're going to have to be very, very careful in the way we pick these toys up. I mean, the rolling stock, we need lots more of this. We need Annie and Clarabelle and stuff. Okay, let's look on the other side. And it's a bit strange how they've done this. Okay, Sweets. There's some very strange ones here actually. Electrified, Racing, Spooky. That's a bit of a pop one that pops out at me there. Okay, just turning it over here. Core Moments. I can only assume this relates back to a very important episode. Yeah. That's when Hero... Is that Hero when he's all dysfunctional, all in pieces, isn't it? From Hero of the Rails, is that right? I hope I'm right there. Graffiti, they're going to be popular, because I think the Gordon one really just jump out of you. Toby looks fantastic in Graffiti. Creature... You're only chasing 2 there, as long as if you've a lot to chase. And Sports. So bag 1 was Thomas the Tank. From what I can work out, this is exactly the same as all the other Thomases that I've collected. This is the Thomas Minis. Hey, I'm a Thomas the Tank collector. I'm happy that I've got him, but maybe I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting. And then there's the other bag, which is marked like this, which many people have said to me, Leo, I can see them in the shops. It's got the new artwork here and the blah blah. It's bag 1. I wonder who's inside, boys and girls. I really, really do wonder. Let's open up and find out. Okay. The suspense is killing me, and I know it's killing you as well. Oh. What an anticlimactic opening that one was. Thomas the Tank. Okay. Let's take a look at this collector sheet. I've got a very sneaky suspicion this is going to be identical to what I just showed you. Okay, yes. Okay, classics on that side, I've got to show you. You'll be saying, oh, but Leo, you never showed us. And on the other side, it's a bit strange because some of them are inverted and some of them are. There are different categories in this new stuff to collect. I don't know, I think I need my brain cells back that I've spent trying to work out these Thomas Minis. I've just proven to you that just because you see the red stripe here, which says 2016-1, it doesn't mean that if you see a bag like this, that looks like Wave 4 from the previous series, that's a new series. I mean, the only giveaway here was the boxes had that there, okay? But as we know in shops, sometimes I'll get stuff and I'll mix stuff up and I'll put it in different boxes. But from what I can work out, all that in there is actually the new 2016 stock. I'll be honest here, I'm a little bit disappointed for the fact we're copying Thomas the Tank again, but maybe some people haven't got Thomas. I'll be very pleased to get him. I just hope we get some sort of conformity with the way this is delivered. I was glad to see this here because it does take out confusion and delay. I was very disappointed to find that. I'll say that quite honestly. I will split this here. I will try and work out if I've got all the numbers. This video is getting too long. I've got to split it here and I will try and show you those and make it fancy. Put it on the spinning thing again, make the trains crash and show you what's inside each of the bags there. Don't forget there's that sort of weird giveaway in this video because we did take a look at all of that incredible way the Thomas Minis has been delivered. That is in Australia. You can just look at that. I don't need to explain to you everything that's in that box. There's some nice things in there. They're hard to find at the moment. Well, where I live they are. I'll put down the conditions about entering the giveaway down in the more info part of this video. Please read that if you're going to enter. Sorry to split the video. Like if I went through and showed you what mini was to what number, this video would go on for like an hour and no one's going to hang around for that. I better leave it here. Thanks for watching as always and bye for now. So nice having a cash cow in this video. I should do that more often.